Hello, I'm Darren Slack with NFA's QB Cast, your weekly prep talk podcast designed to help you set your thermostat and to prepare you to play your best on game day. It's week 5 for some of you or others it may be less, but wherever you are, I want to challenge you to look deep inside this week for more. This is an important week because it represents the beginning of mid-season. You know, we get so keyed up for the first week that right about now we could be tempted to start calculating our investment. We could be experiencing fatigue and challenges that are harder to overcome, especially if the season didn't start so well. Even if it's a great start to the season, we could still be getting tired. School is becoming a critical component because we're approaching the end of the first grading period, and the demands of home life can begin to add up as well. So for this week's podcast, I want to challenge you to maximize excellence, manage erosion. Now, let's first talk about maximizing excellence. Excellence is the quality of being outstanding or extremely good, a quality of superiority. If you're on a football team, no matter what level you are in the depth chart, you are already an extremely good athlete. Now, whether you're the best player remains to be seen, but our goal at NFA isn't to encourage you to be the best for yourself. That's a dead-end street. Here's why. As good as I will ever be as a coach, as a father, as a brother, as a leader in the community, or as a husband, it's always for someone else. If I become the best coach or best father or best husband, it's only that way because of what my being the best does for others. If I coach well, players benefit. If I father well, my kids benefit. And if I husband well, my wife benefits. That reality never ends. So when do I get what I want for being the best at those things? Well, I don't. I get another opportunity every day to prove that I'm still willing to give my best for everyone around me. And that is the pursuit of excellence in a nutshell. You see, excellence isn't about thinking of my best as just being better than others. It's understanding that my best effort exists for others. There's no version of my best that isn't about serving someone else's highest good at all times. The question is, are you willing to do that too? Your best without a purpose is pointless. Your desire to give your best must always be motivated by a desire to benefit your teammates and your coaches. Your talent for excellence, superiority, or being extremely good exists solely for the purpose of making your team better, and that will never change. The only thing that will change is if you decide it isn't worth it to be your best for others anymore because you give up or because it's too hard. The hardest truth to accept, but you must, is that being the best in others' minds only becomes a reality when what you do benefits the team or others. If you're selfish or internally focused, only wanting to be the best to be better than others, it doesn't work. Others will not assign the label best to someone that makes it about themselves all the time. Sustaining my best in the pursuit of excellence for the team involves first understanding that at every moment I live as a member of the team, I must be willing to do what others aren't willing to do so that others can get what they need. Excellence is always in doing the little things well that others usually bypass or aren't willing to do, so your team and coaches can benefit. The highest commendation of that commitment to excellence in little things is to hear you're the best. But understand that in order for that to remain true, you must continue to do everything asked of you and more to sustain that perspective. There is no higher calling on an athlete, and the higher you go, the more will be expected of you. How can you maintain excellence by giving your best every play, every day, in every way? Well, here's 2 things you can do to maximize your pursuit of excellence. It's very important that you pay attention. Number 1, you are one person on a whole team. You cannot decide the game alone, so don't try to. Do your job, maximize your knowledge of your position and the coach's expectations of that position, and deliver the best performance possible day in and day out. This excellence in your work ethic will be a thermostat setting excellence that builds confidence of the staff in you. And number 2, pursue honor, not glory. Let others have the attention. You focus on getting better for the team. If you do that, it won't be long before others recognize your example, and you receive something more meaningful than glory from outside the team. You receive honor from within it. Excellence in your performance will bring honor or an expressed respect from coaches and players. In other words, the people who matter to you are talking about your example, your effort, and your commitment to the team. Listen, glory is fun. I'm not saying it isn't. It's nice to hear from outsiders how you're doing. We love to have the media blow us up. But here's the problem. Glory fades. But honor is what the guy you respect next to you says about you. That matters more, and that lasts a lifetime. Honor born of continual excellence in the little things you do that others aren't willing to do is the building materials of legacy. The story told about your life and the contribution to the team that you made when they needed your best and you brought it every day. Let the team get all the glory. You pursue honor, the highest esteem of your teammates who see your commitment to excellence and can't help but tell your story. That's what will last. Okay? So let's talk about managing erosion now. Erosion is the gradual destruction or diminishing of something. We start the season with a full mental, emotional, and physical tank of everything we need to compete. But over time, it's inevitable that we'll begin to experience a drain or an erosion of our reserves. Our time is limited, the demands on us are high, and our mental, emotional, and physical energy can diminish very quickly. It doesn't mean we don't have energy to play games, but our practice efforts can wane, our academic focus can drift, our nutritional disciplines can weaken, and our sleep habits can suffer. It's never all at once, mind you. Erosion is a slow, almost imperceptible process. And if you aren't careful, you may not even see it happening. It starts with small indulgences that can lead to outright disregard for the negative impact they can have. Let's say you stay up all night to play a brand new video game that just came out, or you fall behind in assignments in a tough class, or eating a lot of fast food after practice because it's quick and easy, and going through the motions and drills at practice. We figure that if no one notices and no one says anything, we got away with it. That's the first sign of erosion. The problem with that mindset is that we know what we're doing and we don't care how it impacts the team. In fact, if things aren't going your way right now on your team, you may even use that as an excuse to just do what you want and to indulge yourself. Some erosion is unavoidable during the season because of the amount of focused effort you're expending. That's to be expected. The key to not letting it affect your performance is being vigilant to develop some non-negotiables during the season that will protect your strength and emotional energy. Here's one. Make yourself accountable to turn your phone into your parents at 10 o'clock each night so you aren't tempted to get distracted and stay up late. How about be careful to save your TV binge watching until Saturday after the game? Keep a food log that requires you to see what you're putting into your body. Also, make sure you're taking food before and after practice to keep your intake up. Oh, and keep your weightlifting going to maintain your physical reserves. Why don't you get with your toughest teachers and see if you can get ahead on any of your work prior to a big game so it isn't weighing on you leading up to game day? If you're having grade issues, see your teachers about extra credit to keep your GPA strong. It's very important if you want to get recruited. Listen, get ahead on any projects due at the end of the grading period that force you to pull those all-nighters at the worst times. You need to understand what fills your emotional tank and make time for it. Is it time with friends, watching a good movie, reading a good book, playing video games? You need to schedule time to do those things. But you can't let those things become an escape from what matters most, or your energy reserves will begin to erode. Trust me, your brain will begin to send you a message if you're pushing it. So here's a few warning signs that could be evidence of erosion in the areas where you have to watch it. First, irritability toward parents, teammates, and friends due to a lack of rest or pressure from procrastination. You're putting things off and it's starting to make you irritable. Increasing anxiety about performance and failures due to fatigue. How about falling asleep in class? Having reduced or no energy during practice, or an inability to focus during team meetings and team sessions. When these things start happening, check the gauges on your reserve tanks and look for erosion in your habits. Get some sleep, eat a good meal or two, reset your priorities, and get back to work. Remember, fatigue is inevitable. It will come. You will be tired. You just need to prioritize where you spend your energy so you don't let mid-season erosion weaken your resolve. I found one good way back when I'm tired and feeling sorry for myself. I found that if I serve someone else when they have a need, it really makes a difference. I know that seems strange because it takes effort to do that. But erosion is about the effort you expend to do something. It's what you receive back emotionally from your investment. And I've found that serving others and the joy it brings to them that I made their day a little better always strengthens my heart. It's what I get back from what I do that matters. See, I hope that helps you some, and I do wish you, NFA Nation, the best in your game this week. Let's be committed to excellence in the little things and monitoring erosion in our hearts. Good luck, and we'll see you next week after your victory.